a beautiful motivational story. Discipline your mind, powerful story about complete, focus, hopeful, wordy tales. Once upon a time when Arav believed his biggest problem was the world outside. He blamed noise. He blamed people. He blamed lack of opportunity. But deep inside, the real chaos lived somewhere else. Inside his mind. Every morning, Arav woke up with heavy thoughts. His eyes opened, but his mind was already tired. Dreams filled his heart, yet direction was missing. He wanted to do something meaningful. He wanted to rise above average life. But focus never stayed with him. His mind jumped endlessly. When he tried to study, memories distracted him. When he tried to work, fear interrupted him. When he tried to rest, guilt followed him. He was always busy, yet never productive. Days passed like clouds drifting without purpose. At night, he stared at the ceiling, asking himself questions he never answered. Why can't I stay focused? Why do I start strong and end weak? Why does my mind never listen to me? The silence of the night only made the noise inside louder. One evening, after another day of unfinished tasks, Arav sat alone in a dimly lit room. His phone lay beside him, glowing with notifications he didn't care about. He felt empty, not tired of work, but tired of himself. He stood up suddenly, as if running away from his own thoughts, and stepped outside. The air was calm. The world felt slow. As he walked aimlessly, he noticed a small open space where an elderly man sat quietly, eyes closed, breathing deeply. The man looked peaceful, not the peace of rest, but the peace of control. Something about him pulled Arav closer. He sat a little distance away. Minutes passed. Then the man spoke without opening his eyes. "You carry too much noise inside." Arav froze. The words felt personal. "How do you know?" Arav asked. The man slowly opened his eyes and looked at him. "Because I once drowned in the same noise." The man introduced himself simply, without importance. They sat together as the evening faded. Arav didn't know why, but words began flowing from him. His confusion, his distractions, his fear of wasting life. The old man listened quietly. Then he said something that changed everything. "Your problem is not lack of intelligence. Your problem is lack of discipline of thought." Arav frowned. "I try," he said, "but my mind doesn't listen." The man smiled softly. "A mind that is never trained behaves like a wild animal. It doesn't obey, it reacts." The old man didn't offer advice like others did. He offered practice. "Tomorrow morning," he said, "come here again, but bring nothing. No phone, no music, no expectations." Arav agreed, unsure why. That night, sleep came slowly. The next morning, Arav arrived early. The man was already there. They sat silently. Minutes felt like hours. Arav's mind screamed. Thoughts attacked him. Memories, plans, worries. He shifted uncomfortably. The man finally spoke. "Do not fight your thoughts. Watch them." Arav tried. It was difficult. His mind wandered again and again. But slowly, something strange happened. Between two thoughts, there was a gap, a small moment of silence. It didn't last long, but it was real. The man nodded. "That silence," he said, "is your true strength." Days turned into routine. Each morning, Arav returned. Some days were peaceful. Some days were chaotic. But one thing was constant. He was becoming aware. Aware of how often his mind escaped. Aware of how easily comfort distracted him. The man said little, but each word carried weight. Focus is not about doing more. It is about removing everything unnecessary. Arav began applying this to his life. He removed distractions. He simplified his tasks. When he worked fully. When he rested without guilt. Slowly, the noise softened, but discipline is never built without resistance. One morning, Arav didn't want to come. His body felt heavy. His mind whispered excuses. What's the point? You're already better. Skip today. He almost listened, but something inside him refused. He showed up. The man looked at him and said quietly, "This moment decides who you become." That sentence stayed with Arav. As weeks passed, Arav changed. Not loudly, not suddenly, but deeply. He began finishing tasks. His words became calmer. His confidence grew silently. People noticed. They asked what changed. Arav smiled. "I learned to sit with my mind instead of running from it." One evening, Arav arrived at the place, but the man wasn't there. He waited. Minutes passed, then hours. The man never came. Days passed. Still nothing. At first, Arav felt abandoned. But then he realized something powerful. The man was never meant to stay. He was meant to disappear. Because discipline is not borrowed. It is built. Now Arav sits quietly each morning. No teacher, no guide, just him and his mind. And unlike before, his mind listens. Life still throws challenges. Distractions still exist. But now Arav doesn't fight them emotionally. He observes. He chooses. He acts. He understands the truth most people never realize. A disciplined mind creates freedom. Freedom from confusion. Freedom from fear. Freedom from wasted potential. And somewhere deep within you, the same silence exists, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be trained, waiting to lead you forward. This is Hopeful Wordy Tales, where stories remind you your greatest victory begins inside your mind.